rather than what the play is.
But I have, I'm getting a word in now, guys, thank you.
It did take you long to get that in.
Can I?
The two boys holding it.
No, we definitely sat around and worked through the play.
Oh, absolutely.
Line by line. My memory is similar to yours. Because one of the things that I cherish about it, one of the many things, is that you allowed us to take that time. We had 5 weeks, I remember, because I often tell this story now. Now that, I started filming on Monday this week, a new project, and I met the director for the first time on my mark to shoot the first scene. Luckily I'm working with Andrew Scott, who I know anyway from Hannah, but I thought, he and I were saying, why do we not rehearse for the screen? It's crazy. Well, here we have a situation in which we had 5 weeks in those days at the BBC. Yes. But I was really grateful for that process that we had of you opening up. You didn't own the authority of the version we were going to do. You allowed us all to work through the play, look at the literal translation from the Norwegian, look at various versions, and then, as you rightly say, and that quest was about getting as close to Ibsen as we could. And by the time we finished that, although we didn't have so much time to actually get it on its feet, but we knew the play at its roots because we'd had that relationship to the text. And that was just so valuable, I think, to know the text and to know all the choices that anybody could have made, but then to try and really get to what we thought Ibsen had wanted, and not to try and reposition it in the light of it being the late 20th century.
Which was much, if I may get a word in, which was much less flowery than the traditional versions that we were looking at, particularly the relationship and the sort of affection terms that Torvald used to Nora, my little tweet. It was much more economical when we finally translated it. And it was my songbird, it wasn't like my little tweety fly, birdie flying in, which is what often the Victorian versions put in.
Yes. And also some famous English versions where you realise how bad they are as translations.
The little songbird mustn't droop her wings. What? Is it the squirrel standing there sulking? Nora, what do you think I've got here?
Money!
There you are. Good Lord, I know a lot of money goes on housekeeping at Christmas.
20.
But I love that specificity that we got down to and the accuracy of the text. And I think that's when I dipped into it the other day. Everybody was so focused and economic. It was really an accurate sort of production. The acting, I thought, was, it was great. The relationships were so clear.
It was. I watched it with a night before last with my son, with my youngest, and my husband. And my son is 25 now, and he's got lots of views about theatre, and he's super bright. And I sat him down. I was quite nervous because it's an old production now, and it started, and I thought, I think I'm really proud of this piece. I've always felt proud of it, collectively. I thought we worked so hard on this, and we did. And then it started working, and I watched myself, and I began to get kind of hot and panicky and sweaty. I thought, God, I'm doing so much. And then all these other actors would come in, and they'd be so still and quiet, and then I got sort of panicked, and I thought, is it a theatrical performance I'm doing here in front? And then I realized, actually, as it went on, I got a bit calmer, because I thought, in fact, of course, it's written that way. She's constantly in performance.
Yeah.
She's so performing, and so much of the play itself is actually about performance.
She's brutal with with Geraldine. That scene I saw that scene.
She shows off.
Oh my God, it's cruel.
Oh,